Well, hey Aries, how about a reading from your metal dog today? It is cardinal signs weekend, the first week of the month. We have a full moon and a lunar eclipse on Tuesday the 8th coming up here. T square with Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus, of course, on the night of that full moon. So who knows, maybe that'll come up here. But we're going to do a good old timey first fave spread, a 7-card thorough spread. Look at your whole life. All right, let's see what's going on. We're going to start with an overall card from the Muse Tarot. This is big stuff. The Hierophant. Some learning, mentoring, structural power. Very Taurus energy. So this speaks to us of this lunar eclipse on the 8th here. Full moon lunar eclipse. All right, what's going on underneath that surface? Wow. All right. So we have the Queen of Emotions. This is you being very open about your deep feelings, that you are very intelligent about your feelings. And then there is a 9 of Inspiration. There is some struggle and exhaustion that comes of struggle here. And Sand Tarot always reads this card as being about autonomy. It's quite a powerful image here of this woman with her dress swirling around her. Very Aries, fiery energy to me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so there's, if you want to look at this card just a little bit longer, you can see there's a lot going underneath the surface here of the beach. A lot of magic and beauty, power. It looks like you're experiencing this lunar eclipse as a very powerful moment where you're learning something in your emotional depths. It's something that has been a source of struggle for a while, but also a source of deep emotional wisdom and maturity. That's really cool. Let's look here. We're gonna, by a 7-card spread, I mean, I'm gonna look at your past, your present, what the tarot wants you to know or what's hidden from you, how you're showing up here right now, who is showing up in your life right now. It could be parts of you that show up there, but usually people at work, people in your family. Some advice and the future. So it'll take a little while. We're going to lay out the 7 cards and look at those, and then we'll clarify as we go along. Okay, let's find out about our Aries here. I'm extremely curious about Aries right now because I am falling in love with an Aries right now these days. So I'll try not to be a cross watcher. I'll try to be the tarot reader. This is a general reading. Take or leave, and if it doesn't seem to be your reading, enjoy or go on, check out your other placements, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and let's just see what happens. Okay. The past for Aries has been the Empress, abundance, nurturing, being the kind of the mother of all. This is your past. Very much an energy of sovereignty, just definitely one of my favorite cards. You may have been doing something really about Earth, or you may have been coming from this really powerful feminine energy. We can see, you might think back to recent full moons here for when this Empress energy was reigning. It's just another card of Taurus too. So when we're seeing the moon coming opposite the sun, which is now in Scorpio, for that full moon in Taurus, that makes me think of that. So we have both the Hierophant, who's like that structural, organized part of Taurus, and then the Empress, much more that loving, nurturing, pleasure part of Taurus. What is happening now? Ooh, some kind of ending, some pain. 10 of Swords. So this is you walking away from pain towards the dawn of a new day. We will clarify. It's a very, like some Tens of Swords can be quite painful. This one is quite hopeful. When you get to a 10, you're done. Swords are your mind, so the trip in your mind, you may be coming to terms with whatever has ended. We'll see. Okay, what the tarot wants you to know is hidden from you. A Four of Pentacles. So this could be about you, or it could be about somebody else. There's somebody who's got kind of a small world view. They're holding on to their Four Pentacles. They could have so much more, but they're being controlling here. So if you're being controlling and you're not realizing it, you might check that out. I also always think of this 10 of Pentacles as someone who's very proud of what they have, and that you might want to recognize and congratulate them and give them credit for the 4 that they did, and that this can actually help them move forward to lighten up a little and seek more abundance. This is the 3D world. This is an embodiment. It's in anything from this kind of Empress Earth Mother energy to your job, your home. So yeah, I'm looking at you having come from abundance, this sort of nurturing, loving, sovereign energy, into some kind of loss, but that you're kind of you're at peace with this loss, and it can allow you to move out of self and into concern for this other. I feel like this Four of Pentacles that you don't know about is somebody else. Okay, how are you appearing these days? You are appearing as a Six of Pentacles, very generous, giving out pentacles. So you might be somebody that, do you see how I'm turning red? I'm just, a little heat. So you're coming in here as a Six of Pentacles. You're giving to people who have less. So that's great. That's a lovely quality. And when I'm your reader, I'm always going to want you to take this hierarchical thing and have it be more of a give and take. And that's generally how this card is read. So if you're feeling tired, as the Nine of Inspiration suggests in its most basic reading, you might look at your giving. And especially since you have this kind of keeping here, this energy. And that could be your energy that is, you're giving, but you don't feel like you have a lot to give or something like that. Okay, other people in your life. The Three of Wands. Somebody waiting for something to come in. They've manifested something. They're waiting. It's a fire, body, will kind of energy. That's your energy. It can be a part of you that's waiting. It could be somebody else. They have manifested. They're waiting for that to come in, full of faith. And in this Three of Wands, like if a person has done the work, then it's proper to wait. But if they haven't, then they're going to be waiting endlessly and nothing ever will come. So that's people in your life. Your advice here, Aries, is keep it light. Page of Cups. Have fun. Be imaginative. It's just a nice, light, flirty energy. Young. It's a young, youthful energy. I see this little Page of Cups is kind of connecting to the one there. Coming up, there's a little pig. There's a cup representing the emotions, and there's all this sort of heart energy going towards this one that's up and away. So yeah, if there's somebody that you're trying to connect with across the 5D, send love. Just be light. Okay, in the future, the Emperor. That's your card. This is you, comfortable in your skin. You know, it's like the Hierophant, which is it's a card of structural power. But it looks like you being you, Aries. All right. On the bottom here, one card. Another fiery, fun, lustful energy, the Knight of Wands. It's sort of making me think of this Nine of Inspiration, that kind of same artist actually in both these decks. Yeah, you've got a lot of sex appeal. You've got passion, willpower, you're in excitement and joy. And that's good. You're being advised here to kind of keep it light here with this Page of Cups. All right, well, let's clarify this. What shall I clarify? I felt like I wanted to see. Oh, all right, we're going to use this. Okay. I'm going to use the True Love Tarot to clarify all of these placements, Aries. Let's see. In the recent past, you were the Empress. You're connecting with the Empress or feeling like the Empress. This earth being, this pregnant, abundant, nurturing, divine feminine quality here. All right, what else? What's going on in the Aries past? Justice. This can be, that's Libra season. It's also, so it gives us a sense of when this was. You might look back to the fairly recent, what was that? I don't know what moon that was, because we had kind of like a thought about the moon here. But so justice, you're looking for balance. You're balancing on truth, which is your mind, the truth. It's making me think of how you're appearing here as like giving. And then I said, let's switch to more of a balanced give and take. So in the recent past, so this could be a legal issue. It could be just finding social justice. It could be fairness. There's also the Devil, card of Capricorn, but it could be some codependent addiction, thoughts that keep you trapped in the recent past. Let me see one more. Eight of Swords, yeah. So there's a sense of being trapped in your mind here. And this is an illusion. It's a perspective that you're trapped when you're not. Well, it looks like you've been in your head about something that isn't fair, given that you're the Empress in the recent past. So that's what I get here. Let's see what's happening. Maybe that's changed because we see you in the present here. Your head, you've done this head trip basically. So let's see what's happening in the present, Aries. Something wasn't fair. You're trapped it can be going around and around in that idea. And so if you're trapped in a paradigm, a story, then you want to ask like, well, okay, is the story true? This looks like something's not fair. You're seeking justice. You have a strong sense like, I'm the Empress, and this isn't how it should be. And yet somehow you're trapped, right? So let's see what's happening now that you're finished with this head trip, hopefully. Let's see. The Four of Swords. This is you going and looking at your thoughts and reflecting in a way without outside input. You're looking at, what am I thinking? How is this serving me? Alrighty. An Eight of Discs. You're doing your job. This could be literally going to work. It could literally be learning a new skill. It can also be like, when we put it with the Four of Swords, like you're healing your thoughts, you're putting in the work, you're reflecting, you're going to therapy, you're talking to trusted advisors. The Four of Swords suggests you're doing this alone, though. So whatever it means to do your work, since you're dealing with the Devil in the recent past, it would suggest you need to do some kind of work and that you're doing that today. And then here's your Queen of Cups, who we've seen already. This is you becoming emotionally mature, aware of what's going on with your feelings, your deep, deep emotional intelligence. And the Queen of Cups she's characterized by openness about her feelings. So it looks like you're in a much more positive place in the present where you've reflected, you've done some work, and now you're ready to be open with your heart, like the Queen of Cups. So we see you kind of moving out of this torture of the mind. The mind puts us through torture when the devil's here with the Eight of Swords. So that's good. You've moved ahead in this cycle somewhat. So what's hidden from you? This Four of Pentacles. Let's see. This is our proud of her 4 things person. Well, controlling. There's judgment, ascension for those who have done it right. They get to move on in the video game of life. You get chosen here. Two of Discs, balancing, juggling too sometimes. What else? Ooh, ouch, self-harm, 5 of Swords. That's a really painful one, right? Your eyeball being poked with swords. This is your brain again, or somebody's brain. I feel like this is somebody around you who's, they're kind of in a place of transition, and there's a kind of beauty in it and transformative quality that is like this Judgment card. It's very beautiful and powerful and divinely supported. It's like rising to the next level of life. But because we see the Two of Discs here, it's quite balanced with some of this really painful, regrettable thoughts and behaviors, because the swords are your thoughts. So there's somebody around you, I think it's somebody else, but it could be you again, who's having trouble. They're being controlling. And this is because they're moving really wildly between ascension, which is glorious and beautiful, and self-doubt. And that they've done some things that are harmful to others, and that this has harmed them in the process. And there's a possibility when you're doing 5 of Swords kind of things, such being, I don't know. There's somebody who's just so sure of themselves here. They're being prevented from ascension by this 5 of Swords behavior. And because it's hard to look at that behavior, you can do this 4 of Pentacles thing where you just, you hold fast to what you know is true, what you know is yours. So if this is you, and this could be you, then what the tarot wants you to know is that if you don't let go of this, you can't move on. And that whatever this is, it's harming you and it's preventing you from ascension. So it's something in your mind, an idea that you've had that you are allowed to do something, or somebody is going through this who's around you. Yeah, there's something here, Aries, about inner work that you need to do, or that you are in the process of doing. Let's keep looking, all right? So let's see. We have your 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, because like you're kind of like, I'm having fun, whatever, right? And the tarot advice is like, be light. Don't be too serious here. But there is some kind of pain in you. Your brain is doing this to you with the 8 of Swords, the 4 of Swords. You're trying to heal it. But if this is you with the 5 of Swords, where you win in a regrettable way, or you become conscious when you go into your 4 of Swords and you reflect on your thoughts and your stories, like, oh, yeah, I'm winning, but it's harming me. It's harming others. And this is keeping my life small. 4 of Pentacles. So you can have a bigger life, or somebody else around you can have a bigger life. Let's see. You appear very generous. Got like you can see, it probably shows up, a little puppy jumped on my face. Got a little black eye there going. It was not a little puppy. It was an 8-month-old galoot. actually, that jumped on my face. Okay, Six of Pentacles. An Ace of Discs. There's something just so very practical that you're offering here. What else? King of Discs. Yeah, you're like the security king here. Wow, this is you. It's how you're appearing right now. Ooh, an Ace of Cups. Beautiful. You're offering an emotional and a real world beginning from like this posture of the King of Discs, which is you have a huge amount to offer. And you're offering your heart and this very 3D practical stuff. It looks like you're kind of offering it down though, like you're giving more than you're receiving. So I don't like to see that. I know sometimes that's just the nature of our relationships, like with, like your kid or people that have less than you. Could even be your partner that has less than you. But you are coming in, wow, really generous, really rich. You offer security, you offer abundance, and you offer this beautiful heart. And I'm thinking about this overarching Hierophant energy. It's like you're the big one, and then little ones are coming to you. There's actually a couple of figures coming. There's one here and here. This is like a divine concept of the divine. And there's something very big about how you're appearing here. You have a lot. Power? And you seem to have a lot materially to offer. But also emotionally, because with the Ace of Cups. Okay, who's around you here? We see a Three of Wands. Somebody waiting. They're waiting, they've manifested, and they're just waiting. Let's see, what else? This would be... So they come in as the King of Cups. They've got deep feelings. There's a Scorpio energy here. There is a person who is private and doesn't open up, right? We're seeing twice you being in this Queen of Cups. She's the counterpart of this King of Cups. The difference between them is she talks about her feelings and the King does not. The King doesn't talk about his feelings, not because he doesn't. I feel like this is a little bit crooked. Let me just tweak it a little bit or something. If I just go like that. The King of Cups doesn't talk about his feelings, not because he isn't aware of them, but because he's got like a whole lot of other things that he's thinking about. What else? Who else do we have here? Eight of Cups. There's a person there's something missing emotionally. They're discontent. There's a Ninth Cup that they need for their wish fulfillment. So they become ready to seek that. They walk away seeking that. We do see that you have that Ninth Cup here. Let's see. Are they walking towards you? And they're Nine of Swords. Huge amount of anxiety. They're very much up in their heads. You can see how yucky it is in that mind. It's a card of insomnia and of anxiety. So these could be multiple people. We could have this Three of Wands. There's like people waiting. There's a sense of mental illness here, discontentment. Yeah, I'm just like looking at the King of Cups. Like he has this one. It's just magically levitating off of his hand. We can see a little bit of turbulence here. You can also see that he's sort of tied up. It speaks of his restraint of pen and tongue. I really feel like this is somebody else, one other person. Let's see. I mean, it could be many things, Aries, because there's many of you that are going to look at this. There's somebody waiting. Are they waiting on you? They're waiting on something else. They feel like they have a deep comprehension of what they feel. They're unable to speak about it because they're anxious, they're losing sleep, and they're looking at I can see both of these people they're like looking. She's waiting, but it kind of feels like the same, like, okay, I gotta go all the way over here. It's making me think of how what was hidden from you is there's somebody who's ascending. Like, I feel like they're looking at that ascension with, like this. They're very, very fucked up in their head about it. They need to go somewhere better. They're looking at that, across that pink ocean to the horizon, or across this road to this new planet altogether, a new planet. They're not telling you about it because they feel responsible for others too much. And so there's a way in which, though, this is hurting them, because I'm connecting these two stories here. Like, this one is, there's self-harm in this, being controlling, but they don't know how to open up because they always feel too responsible for other people's needs. So it's like this 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords, like it's like a trip in their heads, and it's keeping them from leaving and going towards what they actually want. Okay, your advice, Aries, what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to keep it light, send love, okay? Send love, let's see. Connect with your heart. There's going to be change. You're going to be in your favor. Wheel of Fortune, that's great. So if this person it feels like this is a dynamic where they're being controlling and how do you deal with this? Like, you're doing your work. You're talking about your feelings. You're dealing with your thoughts. You're dealing with the devil. I mean, that's pretty, whatever that is that you've been working through. You're doing that. They're stuck. That's going to change. There's you again, the Emperor. Decisiveness. Be you. Okay? That's really good advice always, Aries, but just come from your heart like this sweet page. Connect with your heart. Be light, send love. Don't get all serious. It's going to change and be you. And the Lovers. Okay. Lovers, it's a choice because this is the connection on all levels: body, mind, heart, soul. So this is your advice. Things are going to change. There's a choice. Let's see what the future is, and then maybe we'll understand this choice a little bit better. It could be because you're waiting on this other person, like that you just have fun, be in love, be yourself. Things are going to change. And there's nothing that you can do when the Wheel of Fortune is here. It's not going to change in your time frame. Okay, future. Emperor again. You being you. Then what happens? What else? King of Swords. Wise, wisdom, connection between heart and mind. You've learned to use the truth in a way that's kind and effective. Princess of Wands, the little card of the queer, outside perspective, fire. That's your element, Aries. I feel like this is this other person. And 7 of Cups, more sense of choice, illusions, projections. The future just shows you being this grown up. With this Princess of Wands, and they've got a lot going on in their mind and their imagination and their emotions. It looks like they come to you with this flower. They come to you in the future, and they're going the message of the princess or the page of wands is like, you're not seeing, they have an outside viewpoint. That's why I call it queer. It could be foreign. It's the viewpoint from the outside of your world. So they come to you and you're sitting here like this, like you're the emperor, you're the king of swords, you're the master of all kings, the king of kings, and you have the truth. And they come to you not with an idea, like in the swords, but with willpower and passion and fire. But you're not totally sure that they aren't just coming from indecisiveness, illusions. I wish I could get a little bit more for you. Okay, there is more on the bottom. On the bottom, we see strength here. Like, you ought to come from your highest self, the one that controls your tendency or your ability to harm. You're very fiery, Aries. You can have a temper. You can be controlling and bossy. With the Emperor here twice, you just know what you think, that kind of thing. But this is you not doing that. This is definitely not you engaging in the Five of Swords, if that's you in this. This is you being all from love. Controlling your inner beast and rising to your highest self. And the divine feminine holds this beast in with love. There's a lot of this advice here for you. We also see you just have to wait. And one of the things that this adds to your reading, Aries, is that you're going to hang upside down while you wait, and you're going to come to see things in a way you've never come to see them. And I have a feeling it has to do with this one. This one is bringing you a whole new way of looking at things. And maybe that one helps you see the truth of like your illusions and projections, or that you don't take them seriously because of that. What the cards tell you is be kind. You do need to see things from a different place. And there's something here, and I feel like this is the other person. They're trying to envision the world that they want to live in. This is again that fiery, makes me think of this person here. Like they're manifesting, right? It's this person. It's the other person. Like they've got willpower, and they are and I'm going to take this call. I'm not going to take this call. That was my Aries just calling right there. How wonderful. I'll just call her right back. But they're trying to make the world that they want to live in. And they're asking you to see that way. So, yeah. So that's what I have for you, Aries. You're waiting on somebody else. You know what you feel. You know what you want. And they have to come around through a pretty significant head trip. You're very generous. You're very abundant. You're very loving. Keep that up. Don't definitely let yourself see things from their perspective. All right? I hope this helps. Have a beautiful day.